What's up, everybody? A Ward here, and I'm here to let you know that the A Ward Show is now officially brought to you by the Ripple to Wave Foundation, where they're manifesting waves of impact, one ripple at a time. Ripple to Wave empowers volunteers to create real change, from mentoring youth and protecting the environment to supporting those people in need. That includes seniors, veterans, and even animals. Yes, even animals. Every project is a chance to make your ripple in the community, and together, those ripples form waves of impact. The team at Ripple to Wave stays active with projects and events just about every weekend, and they're growing fast. Their Albuquerque, New Mexico team just launched their first project, and they're only getting started since their official launch on June 2nd of 2025. Get involved, volunteer, and learn more at rippletowavefoundation.org. That's Ripple, the number 2, wavefoundation.org. Follow them on all their socials at Ripple, the number 2, Wave Foundation on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to them on YouTube. Together, let's make some waves. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the A Ward Show. I'm your host and curator and engineer and video. I am all the things. I am A Ward, and I thank you for tapping into another episode of the A Ward Show. Let's get all the business out the way. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their cousin, their mama, their grandmama, and them. Pull up on the A Ward Show. Make sure you guys hit that link tree. Follow your boy on all his socials, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the case may be. Pull up, you know what I'm saying, and come holler at your boy. Like I always say, man, especially on TikTok, I really be talking back. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to talk to y'all in the social streets. Make sure you guys go support my partners, Ripple to Wave Foundation. Make sure you go support A. Dot, who does the intro for the A Ward Show. And make sure you guys go support Lost Perception, who does the intro for the Whatcha Heard Wednesdays. And that's what we are here for. This is another Whatcha Heard Wednesday. And you know what I'm saying? We talk about a little bit of music. We get into an album. I've been heavy on the R&B tip. Pause. Press play. Been heavy on the R&B, man. Since starting the Whatcha Heard Wednesdays, and started off with Ari Lennox. And then we went to Brent Faiyaz, and then we went to Sasha Keeble, and now we are here for another R&B album. I was going to do either the Baby Keem or the Bruno Mars album, but what had happened was I had no idea this album was out. And then I heard a song off this album, so then I went and listened to the album, and I was like, no. This is the album I'm doing. This is the album that I gotta tell the people about. You know what I'm saying? And this one's for the adults in the room. This is for the grown-ups. So with no further ado, man, let's get started with Whatcha Heard. All right. For this week on Whatcha Heard Wednesdays, we've got a legend. We have a just an overall great when it comes to music in general, when it comes to spoken word, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to vocal ability when it comes to bars, when it comes to some of the freaky, you know what I'm saying? And we have a legend. We have Jill Scott, new album, To Whom This May Concern. And I will tell you this, it may concern me, because when I heard the first track, when I heard a song off the album, while I was just chilling working, had the thing on rando, and I was like, hold on, man. Jill Scott? This new? And I went and looked, and sure enough, about a couple weeks ago, at the time of this recording, she dropped an absolute banger. And I have been playing this album ever since. I've been trying to sprinkle in some of the stuff that I've been listening to with the Brent Fayez, with the Ari Lennox, you know what I'm saying, with the Sasha Cable, Bruno Mars, Baby Keem, all of that. J. Cole, all of that. Try to blend it up, try to mix it up, man. But this is Jill Scott, man. Let me tell you something about Jill Scott. For those who were young enough and are now old enough to remember when Jill Scott first came out years ago and how her music made us feel, and just how dope she was being from Philly, and the spoken word elements to her music. And then it was just this voice that's just sultry, so unique. And then the subject matter, not afraid to talk about certain things, you know, whether it be things that are going on in the world, whether it be love, whether it be the freaky, you know, she's not afraid. And an amazing interview too. If you've ever watched any of her interviews, just amazing. You know, she bringing that old thing back on this album. Really, man, this is Jill Scott. This is Jill Scott being Jill Scott and not running away from that at all. 19 tracks, 58 minutes. So a solid listen, not a quick one. You got it. This is one for the, like I said, for the grown-ups in the room. This is a listen. This is one to enjoy. Sit down, have a glass of wine, cognac, something like that. And this is definitely for the Jill Scott lovers, man. So y'all don't want to hear me too much talk about it, but a little bit talk about it. So let's get into track number 1. Which is not a full song. It is a spoken word intro that kind of sets up the vibe. This is Dope Shh featuring Maha Adachi Earth. So let's check this one out.
You see the universe out here preparing my wealth, and it ain't no stopping, y'all. It ain't no dropping the ball at all. Maybe in autumn, that's the only time I fall. I don't wish them bad, but my enemies crawl. I'm standing on faith, and I'm 10 feet tall. I prayed up, stayed up many nights just to write a hunger in my belly and a savage.
All right, like I said, just the spoken word intro kind of sets up the vibe of the album. And you know Jill Scott, man, she's great at kind of blending in, if you're familiar, blending in that poetry, that spoken word, with a little bit of hip hop with some just dope R&B vibes. Then it gets into track number 2, the first actual song with vocals, with singing, on the album. And let's listen to it, because this one, I love how this starts, you know, as far as the song goes. I love how this kicks the album off. So let's check this out. This is track number 2 off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. This is Be Great featuring Trombone Shorty. Let's check it out.
Or delay my flight. I'm flying high now. Above on the clarity of love. I only get what I put into it. I spend my sweet time where I deem fit. I got one life. I'ma let my glow show. Baby, look at this. See your body in a soul glow. I admit, paint my own pictures. Gifts on gifts on gifts. Let the load lift. Let the word shift. I ain't here to live in fear or just plain old exist.
Yeah, so I love, obviously, you know, the horns and the instrumentation. Great, like I said, a great first song to kind of kick off the vibes of the album musically. I love it being up tempo to start off the album, and the hook is fire. Once you listen to it, the hook is dope. And you know, the one thing about Jill Scott, she's always gonna have, every song is intentional. Every song has a message. And Be Great, you can only assume what that message is, right? And So great energy to start the album off after the spoken word intro, right into something up tempo with some just sounds big, feels big, feels like a large room type of track. A lot of instrumentation going on. So super dope. Let's get into track number 3. And, great. This is Jill Scott. This is Jill being Jill. Track number 3 off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. This is Beautiful People. Let's check it out.
Our love is bigger than time or race. Our love is rhythm and chime. It resonates in every space. It fills the place for beautiful people. Oh, my beautiful.
Yeah, that's that Jill Scott. That's that just traditional, simple instrumentation, just letting her voice kind of take the lead. And kind of that neo soul, like it just reminds me, like I said, of the first time that Jill Scott came out and we first heard. I'm remembering that video, man, as she's walking through Philly. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of has that same vibe. And anytime we talking about beautiful people, man, it's that's something that we like. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely that song is like a barbecue type of song. You got the family over chilling, man. Good, good foods being cooked, good conversations being had. Maybe some games are going on, some spades, some bones, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you into, that's I would say harmless fun, but we know spades and dominoes ain't harmless, man. It is not harmless. Or definitely like while you cleaning the house, cleaning the crib on a Saturday, old school Saturday, waking up in the morning and getting the breakfast cooked. And, we gotta clean the house. We gotta get the living room right, get the bedrooms right, get the yard done. This is one of the ones you put on, put you in a good mood. Put you in a good mood, 2-stepping while you mopping the floors. You know what I'm saying? 2-stepping while you vacuuming. Definitely one of the ones. So that was track number 3, Beautiful People, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Get into track number 4, where, like I said, every song by Jill Scott is intentional. And this is one of the ones that's mad intentional. This is track number 4, Off the Back, all one word, Off the Back. Off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. So, like I always say, let's check this one out.
Honey still drips from my lips and it's amazing. Take time for paper to pen. I wash my face and call up my couple of friends. No fake adjacent. Penthouse high in the sky. Still fuck with basements. Placement. Wherever I wanna be, I'm still gracing. Take time out of my mind, but I be thinking. Take a little note of my dreams and I be saying, glory to the Lord.
Yeah, that's a smooth track. That's a smooth track. Funky instrumentation. It's got kind of like jazz club vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like old school jazz club. Where they in there smoking the long cigarettes with the filter. They got a Virginia Slim attached. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely just smooth. And the range of Jill Scott to be able to just sometimes sing so powerfully and then sometimes just lay back and kind of let the song dictate if she's going to just chill and just kind of just be sultry, smooth. And the other thing about Jill Scott, especially on that song Off the Back, is that, and I've talked about this before, sometimes the imperfections is what's so beautiful about real R&B. Like something, because nowadays everything is like auto-tune or corrected as, pitch corrected at some point during the mixing process. And sometimes it's just vibing that makes the song feel a certain way, and sometimes you might hear a note that's like, well, that didn't really quite work, but it actually did work because of how I felt about it in the moment. Music is as much a feeling as it is something that you're just vibing and listening to. So definitely a dope jazz type of track. Track number 4, Off the Back, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Like I said, it's a 19-song album, so we just getting started. Track number 5, we get into some bears, spinning the bears out here barring it up. We get into track number 5, North Side, from the North Side, you hear me? Featuring somebody who's been bubbling, Tierra Whack. So let's check this out. Let's check out some spitting, you know what I mean? Some bars. In track number 5, North Side, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern.
My, Oja, I'm so high, listening to Primo Vision. I add a whole woman of grace in every color, every spectral prism. Yeah, go ahead and say that twice. Every bar that I spit is from living the life. She nice. You think I don't see it? My glow shines from the solar plex of my being.
Jill Scott out here with the bears. Jill Scott out here with the bears. Now, whether you feel like, you know, it's kind of old school the way she's attacking it, she is a spoken word artist, legitimate. And so it feels a little spoken word, but she out there, she got some bar. You listen to what she's saying, she spends some, you know what I'm saying? And Tierra Whack, she kills the feature. Like Tierra, it's almost like a little bit smoother, different, like definitely a different flow than what Jill Scott has, but it complements the track so well. So just definitely dope to see two female artists collabing and giving a different vibe after Beautiful People too, or off the back, which was way more like sultry and smooth. And to go from that to just like barring it up, pretty dope. I love Jill Scott, man. She's just so creative. Track number 6, we're not going to listen to. It's an interlude. And it's the title of it is a disclaimer, and it's literally a disclaimer because on track number 7, you know, she got something to say. Like I said, intentional. So track number 6, like I said, interlude. It's a disclaimer. The title of it's disclaimer. And so we're not gonna listen to that. It's just a quick like, hey, be ready for what I'm about to say on track number 7. And track number 7 is dope, is different, and I'm not gonna do it any justice if I don't let you guys hear a little bit of this. So this is track number 7, Pay You on Tuesday, off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Let's check this out for sure.
Well, if you think I'm talking about just somebody black, well, you is the nigga and you need to know that. You's a ignorant motherfucker. Your facts is just facts.
Yeah, man. Again, Jill is super intentional. And to do another kind of like jazz club, blues club vibe on this, but the material, the message, the content, you know, it's a super funny and interesting way of delivering that type of song. In a way that, you know, that Jill is just, like I said, extremely creative, thinking of different ways on how to attack certain songs and just showing her range and the different things she's able to do. So that was track number 7, Pay You on Tuesday. That track's dope to me just because of the creativity of it. Pay You on Tuesday from Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Now, let's get into track number 8. And this, to me, after track number 8, this is where the album takes a turn for the way, way, way better. Now, it's been good. It's been good up to this point. 1 through 7 has been good. Some really dope songs. Great way to set it up. But after track number 8, it's like, it's just ba-boom, 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 like song, like just super dope vibes. Super dope vibes. So I love the whole album. But after track number 8, man, it gives, and it's titled correctly. Track number 8 is called Pressure. And she puts the pressure on the rest of this album after this track. So let's check it out. This is track number 8, Pressure, off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern.
But you needed to hide me, and that just don't sit right. I wasn't the aesthetic. I guess I get it. So much pressure to appear just like them. Pretty and cosmetic.
Yeah, I love the like throughout the album it does have old school kind of vibes, just real good R&B, traditional R&B type of vibes. But this gives me like maybe like Shaft, you know what I'm saying? This would be a dope song on like a Shaft movie. You know, like I don't know, man. This just gives me like some type of like a good action movie that got a little bit of love going on in it, you know what I'm saying? After the dude's kicking somebody's ass, just looks at the shorty like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Put pressure on him. She like, yeah, I'm about to put some pressure on you. You know what I'm talking about? Just smooth, man. Just smooth. That beat is smooth. Vocals smooth. Short verse, quick bridge, and then getting into the hook and then right back into the verse. Like, that's, man, dope. Super dope. So that was track number 8, Pressure, from Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Now, track number 9 was unexpected to me, but I was very happy that I did not expect something like this on this album, because it's not just the song and the song content. But when you understand the song content, you understand why she gets the feature that she has on this song. And this shouldn't work, but it works tremendously. This is track number 9, BPOTY, or B-Pody, however you want to say it. And this is featuring, what's my favorite word? Too Short. And we all know how Too Short get down. Too Short get down with, get down with the get down. So you can only imagine where the song content is going for real. So let's check it out. This is track number 9, BPOTY, B-Pody, featuring Too Short. Y'all got to hear this. Y'all have to hear this. Check it out.
That's why he moves. Where's the universe to choose? Where's all the food for free? People can't pay the bills, but you're still riding around in a coupe de ville. Biggest pimp of the year. Biggest pimp of the year.
So now you understand why I said, you know what I'm saying, she's the biggest pimp of the year, the B-Pody. The B-Pody. The song is fire. The vibes are fire. The drums are super dope. And then Too Short comes in, man. And look, Too Short, as far as like bars go, he's not going to super bar you out. But Too Short is about vibes. He's about vibes for like, that's what Too Short brings, especially as a feature. And, the B-Pody and the B-Pody of rap, right? Maybe along with Sugar Free, right? Right up there, those two. Especially from the West, you understand everything that I'm talking about. Too Short's on the track. Perfect feature. All the features on this album are selected incredibly. Like the right people for the right songs. The vibes are perfect. Beats are amazing. Collaborations just well done. And this does not fall short of that. No pun intended. So that was track number 9, B-Pody, B-P-O-T-Y, or the biggest pimp of the year, featuring Too Short off Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Now we get into track number 10. And I'm going to play this track. And before I tell you what song was somewhat sampled. I'm going to see if y'all know. So I'm going to play this track a little bit, and you guys tell me, leave it in the comment section below, what song was sampled to create this song from Jill Scott's new album. So this is track number 10, Me 4. The letter 4. Track number 10, Me 4, off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Let me know.
I ain't going to leave till I bought all that stuff, so I feel rich. Now it's April and I feel sick. Leave till I Spirit said, but I let her in. Now she pathologically lying.
So beat it up in the comment section. Let me know. Do y'all know where that drum sample was from? Because when I first heard it, I was like, man, this sound, oh, and they flipped it like that. Did y'all guess it? Can I say what it is if you don't know? Okay, so that drum sample is from Baby or Birdman featuring Clips. I always considered it a Clip song, but that's neither here nor there. What happened to that boy? That's Birdman featuring Clips. What happened to that boy? That's the drums off of that track, and then they put that on an R&B song. Crazy. And then she attacked it with the harmonies and the doubles and the ad libs and man, to take the Clips, Neptune's beat with the drums and to put it on an R&B track like that, and then for her to be like, watch this. That, man, I was like, that's so far. I love when like music is sampled, but they make it kind of like you don't just take the song and then, you know, speed up the BPM, add like a kick or a snare here and there. Or like what most of these people are doing, they just taking a whole song and just redoing it. Damn near. I love when they like just take a piece of a song and you got to figure out like, man, where is that from? Oh yeah, what? That's crazy. Oh, so super dope track. Track number 10, Me 4, off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. We're almost there. We still got some minutes to go through. Track number 11. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. I love R&B to be just R&B'zy. I love that R&B'zy. And this is nothing short of that. This is one of those ones for sure. So track number 11 is called The Math. Track number 11 off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Let's check it out.
'Cause it hurt us in the past. Could it be we can clearly see what to subtract and what to add? You do the math. 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 You do the math.
And the thing about that song is it builds after that. Like, so, dope verse, simple hook. And then after that first hook, it just, I mean, even the way it started out, you know, it's got just the instrumentation going and then the drums going and then a little bit more harmonies as she's getting through the verse. And then just, man, I love it. I love me that R&B, man. I felt like she went in the booth and was like, cut the mic on and just let me go. Just let me do what I do best. And that's hit him with these vocals and these bars. So super dope. Super dope. That was track number 11. The Math off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Now, track number 12. Little bit of spoken word mixed with some original, some OG Jill. Jill walking down the block. This is the OG Jill right here. So let's check this out. Track number 12, A Universe off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern.
Check up on me, pray for me. I wasn't even feeling lonely. Then you pulled up on me. What a surprise. A universe in your eyes. I couldn't pretend I wasn't seeing.
Yeah, I love the spoken word at the beginning of that. And then getting right into the sultry sounds. That's one of, that's the glass of wine. That's a glass of cognac, 2 cubes. That's it. No mixer, no chaser. You just got to sip that thing. And you just 2-stepping around the house. That is a cognac. Get you whatever your favorite wine is. Whatever your favorite wine is. Whether it's the box wine, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, or the expensive stuff, we got to swirl it. You got to look at the legs. You got to look at the legs. Catch the aroma. That's one of them, man. Glass of cognac, some good cognac. Not that BS, not the VS. Nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But you at least got to have some VSOP for sure. A little Hennessy Privilege, a little Douce, a little, Remy Martin, if that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one of the ones. You gotta hold the glass like this while you do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just hold the glass regularly. I gotta hold that thing. You know what I'm saying? No pause. Press play on that. So that was track number 12, A Universe, from Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. And track number 13 is a flip from track number 12, which is smooth, it's sultry. This one's a little bit more up tempo, and I love, if you guys have watched some of my other reviews, I love when, especially in R&B, when tempo changes. Keep the ebb and the flow going. You don't want it to just be samey all the way through. You want a little bit of up tempo, a little bit of mid tempo, a little bit of slow jams. And track number 13, like I said, a good switch up from track number 12, A Universe, which is, like I said, more sultry type of vibes. Track number 13, a little bit more up tempo and a good message. So let's get into track number 13. This is Lifting Me Up off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Let's check this out.
And I just wanna take a jet plane far away. But you just sit me down and encourage me. You're like an aloe to my cut to high. Your love lifting me up. Your love lifting me up. You say tomorrow ain't today. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, that's one of those ones I would love to see, like a live rendition of that, because it feels like it would be a great live song. Somebody hitting the drums. You just got the instrumentation in the back and just Jill on stage by herself, maybe with the background singers. Another good house cleaning song, another good barbecue song, right? Family get together song, just one of the ones like you could have it on in the background, and you're like, man, hold on, man, who is this? This is fire. I like this. Put you in a good mood, and it said, your love keeps lifting me up, so a good up tempo, not super, super up tempo, but enough after track number 12, after A Universe, to kind of get you back in the mood, get you back on the groove. So that was track number 13, Lifting Me Up from Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Track number 14, another one of those unexpected tracks. Not as far as what she did, but as far as the feature. And if anybody knows me, I'm West D. So if it's a West Coast artist, I'm pulling up. And this is one of my favorite lyricists. TDE member, and I've been rocking with TDE for a long time. Like just every single artist that's been on there, even down to the Isaiah Rashads, the Reasons. But this is a dope feature, and this is straight up spoken word. This is straight up spoken word over a beat. This ain't rap. This is spoken word. So this is track number 14, Ode to Nikki, featuring Ab Soul. So let's check it out. Some spoken word. Let's check it out.
Motivating, self-satisfactioning, wonder-filled curiosity, exciting, cages crumbled, much pride, much humble, much fumbled, no more dumbing down for what, for who, exquisite views, intentional luxury, mind-bending the spoon, complex simplicity, simpatico, beautiful beings touched by the sun.
Yeah, straight spoken word. And Ab-Soul, once you guys listen to this, Ab-Soul does the same thing. It's not like Jill is just doing the spoken word and then Ab-Soul comes in and just like rapping. Cause we know, like, if you know Ab-Soul can rap. You know, Kendrick said early on in the beginning stages, he wanted to rap like Ab-Soul. Cause man, when Ab-Soul is in his bag lyrically, he can bar up anyone straight up. He's just one of them ones. But for him to do something a little bit different and to match Jill's energy as far as the spoken word was super dope. Because when I was first listening, I was like, hold on, that ain't rhyme. What we doing here? And then I had to kick back. I had to put my ears on. I said, oh, yeah. That's Jill just being too fire and too creative. And I read that she actually met Ab-Soul through Rhapsody, through the rapper Rhapsody. And if anybody knows Rhapsody, she can bar it up too. She can bar it up. So that's dope that connection happened that way. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real, creatives recognize creatives. And when creatives get together, they make dope stuff. And that's no different for track number 14, Ode to Nikki, featuring Ab-Soul. So we get into track number 15. This is another one of my favorites, man. Another R&B, another Jill Scott, another Walking Down the Street. Another one of those. So this is track number 15, Don't Play, off of Jill Scott's album, To Whom This May Concern. Let's check this one out.
Touch me all over, squeeze my meat, everything on me got feeling. Change the position of, give me Afro beats, please me hard, so hard, like a K-Dot lyric that sweet as my grandma's yams with the
Yeah. Yeah. And she talking that freaky ass. Talking that freaky. But the way she does it in this creative way in the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And the metaphors and the analogies, you know what I'm saying? She said everything on her has feelings. So squeeze it. Every part of her, everything on her body needs to be hugged. She said give her Afro beats. That's crazy. That's freaky in a different way. And she attacks the track with that power, right? So many sultry songs over the album. Out the gate, she like, I'm singing because this how I'm feeling. And man, and it's something that only Jill Scott can do. It's something that only Jill Scott can do in the way that she does it. So one of my favorite songs, man, because just lyrically, the metaphors, the singing, the vocal ability, and then the beat and everything just kind of overall coming together, man. Dope song. Track number 15, Don't Play, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Now we get into the track that made me go find the album. I was like, hold on. Jill Scott got something? After I heard this. And the feature on it, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more after I play it. The feature on it is crazy. Dope. Like I said, every feature intentional and works. So this is track number 16, To Be Honest, featuring one of my favorite artists out there, Jid. Let's check this one out.
I really would like to hold you
That beat is fire. Blazing, if you will. That beat's blazing. And another song where out the gate, she's just singing. And to start the song off with the hook is super dope. That is the hook. And then she gets into like a little bit of a verse, short verse, maybe a bridge, if you will. And then later on, Jid comes in, does his thing. You guys got to go listen to the feature on this because it's super dope. And I do want to talk about Jid for a minute. I know we're listening. I know we're talking about Jill Scott's new album, but I want to talk about Jid for a minute. When Jid is in this like R&B kind of bag where he's rapping over like R&B type beats, and then kind of, you know, because Jid has he can do some harmonies as well, man. Jid has a little bit of singing to him as well. And when he's in this bag, this is, for me personally, like this is the Jid that like I love when he's on this type of time. And so amazing feature. This might be my favorite track. I go back and forth. There's another one that's coming up that I really like as well. But this is one of my favorite. That track's one of my favorites. That bass and, man, simple, man. And it's like, it's not even a up-tempo song for real. But because the beat is so hard in the way that Jill Scott is singing, I'll be bobbing my head. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like this. So that was track number 16, To Be Honest, featuring Jid. Now we get into track number 17. Another one of those barbecue songs, another one of those cooking songs, having the people over. Even a little bit of a dope car song. Get in the whip, listen to this. This is track number 17, Right Here, Right Now, off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Let's check it out.
Yes, I'm in the clouds, in the trees, in the rainfall, in the leaves. Yes, indeed.
And you is me. I am
Right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now.
Yeah. That's just look, I know I'm going to repeat myself, broken record over here, but I just love good R&B, man. Love good R&B. That's definitely a whip song for sure. You could definitely listen to that for the grown folks. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is for the grown folks. This is for the grown folks. It's for the adults. You know what I'm saying? Who grew up off the old school, who grew up off our parents' music. And then we listen to R&B. We listen to hip hop too. But we had a blend, we had a mixture. We mixed it up. You know what I'm saying? We had the disc changer. This is for my people who had disc changer. This is for my people who grew up with the vinyl records, man. This is for my people who had the tapes, had to rewind that thing. This is for the grown folks. And that was a grown song. It's a good up-tempo song for the grown people, for the barbecue, for the kickback, for carne asada, whatever you doing. Or you on the way to work, or you about to head out to that nice club, that nice lounge that you like. And that's one you're gonna throw on, man. So you have you get in a good mood. So that was track number 17. Right Here, Right Now, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Track number 18, incredible song, incredible meaning. The title of the track is I Say, and it means amen, amen. And man, the way she does this track is incredible. And the double, the triple entendres that she's bringing to the forefront, flipping the words on top of their heads. And so, super dope track. Let's check this out. Track number 18, I Say, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern.
In every part of you, in every molecule, I see you. Wiggling your toes in the rain. Joy for freedom, it belongs to you. You know it's true.
Yeah, man. And when it gets into the hook, you know, she starts hitting with the I mean, amen. It's dope. Dope. Super dope. And like I said, just flipping the words on their heads and double entendres, triple entendres. And then like for nothing else, you know Jill Scott's gonna sing, man. Look. To all my R&B lovers out there, I hope y'all know if I'm doing an R&B review, it's for the R&B lovers, man. It's for the lovers. It's so much hate and BS going on in this world. I'm doing these reviews. I'm doing what you heard from me, and I'm doing it for us, man. That's out here, man, that ain't got no voice, man. We just want to listen to the love again. You know what I'm saying? Fire. Track number 18. I Say, off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern. Thank you guys for sticking around so long. Like I said, 58-minute song or 58-minute album. And we got the last track. So this is track number 19. I think this one is my favorite song. I really do. You know what? I do so much. I sincerely do. And that's the name of the track. Sincerely Do. Track number 19. Last track of the album. Great way to end the album. Let's check this out. I really love this song. Well, let's check it out. Sincerely Do. Off of Jill Scott's To Whom This May Concern.
Come through. Beautiful. Especially, ooh, they can't see. Busy pretending, shape shifting. Wanna have your feels, but none of the meaning.
I love that song. I love the way it was written, the way it was executed, the slow build, but not for a lack of attack at the beginning of the song. And obviously, like I said, I've been saying this throughout this review, Jill Scott is very intentional on the message and the content and the bars and the lyrics and how she wants to attack these tracks. Every song means something. She's not just writing it for it to be a hit song or for it to, she's writing it for you to feel the message and the intent behind whatever she was feeling at that moment. And she delivers it in a way that is just so reminiscent of how things used to be. You know, how music was attacked and recorded and performed back in the day. And, you know, the harmonies on this are crazy. Like I said, I think that it's that song and To Be Honest, track number 16 featuring Jed. Those are probably my two favorites. But that's not saying that I don't love the rest of the album, because like track number 19, I sincerely do. Sincerely do. So, and just like I said, great way to end the album. Great, just a dope song to end the album. So that was track number 19, Sincerely Do, off of Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Thank you guys for rocking with your boy this long. And it was a little bit longer review than normal, but it was a longer album. We had to break it down track by track, and I even left the interlude out. Make sure you guys, this, like I said at the beginning, this is for the Jill Scott lovers. This is for the R&B lovers. This is for the creatives. This is for the spoken word lovers. But if you are a Jill Scott fan, and I am, if you are an R&B fan, and I am, I think you will be thoroughly fulfilled by this album. And I mean that word, like Jill Scott's messages through her songs on this album. I mean that word intentionally. I think you will be fulfilled. Like I said, I was leaning on probably doing the Baby Keem album or the new Bruno Mars. And that's not to say that those reviews aren't on the way. But once I heard this Jill Scott, it just spoke to me in a way that I was like, I have to do it. I'm really vibing with this album. So make sure you guys go check it out. Jill Scott's new album, To Whom This May Concern. Let me know what you think. Like, you know, let me know in the comments. A Ward, I love it. A Ward, you're bugging. A Ward, it was all right. It ain't my cup of tea. I get it. Like I always say, music is subjective. And I'll be subjecting myself to a lot more of this goddamn album because it's fire to me. So, hey, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Whether you guys are pulling up for the sports takes that I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about sports, but I'm going to talk about them. I like them, so I talk about them. And I probably don't know that much more about music, but I like it. So I'm going to talk about it. Because guess what? We can. It's 2026. We can do this. And I appreciate you guys pulling up. And so you guys make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you guys like this video. It helps tremendously. Make sure you guys comment, man. I try to holler back. I'm getting better about hollering back on YouTube and just hollering back in general. But I do got a 95 and I got, you know what I'm saying, I got things going on. I don't always be on the phone. I like literally record this, put it to Opus Clip to put it out to the streets. And then I try to tap in when I can. And then share the video, man. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, tell their cousins, their mama, their grandmom and them. Pull up on the A Ward show. It's a good time. We have a good time. Make sure you guys hit that link tree. Support your boy. Shout your boy out on all my socials, TikTok, Instagram. Like I always say, go to TikTok. I really be on there talking back to people in a good way. We be having conversations. And make sure you guys support my partners, Ripple the Wave Foundation, doing amazing things right here in Arizona and in New Mexico. And they are just building and expanding and, you know, just really giving back to the community. Make sure you guys go holler at my boy A Dot, my partner, my Detroit homie, who did the intro for for the A Ward show, excuse me. Fire intro too. That intro's too dummy. And make sure you guys go holler at my boy, Grammy nominated Lost Perception. Grammy nominated. Who does the music for the Whatcha Wednesdays. You guys have a fantastic week. Have a fantastic couple of days. Make sure you guys go check out the Yo No Say Nada that I just dropped, where I'm talking about all the NFL trades and the free agency that's been cracking off. If you're into sports or you're into football, go holler at your boy on the Yo No Say Nada on the A Ward show. If you guys haven't checked out my previous reviews, go check them out. Ari Lennox, Brent Fayez, Sasha Keeble, all on the What You Heard Wednesdays. My other videos before that do have some reviews on it, but we're not playing the tracks. So there's only been the last few weeks that we've been playing the tracks. And I've been getting hit with the copyright on YouTube, but it's all right, you know, because I'm gonna give y'all this music one way or another. You heard me? You guys have a fantastic week, and I'll see you jive turkeys next episode.